Farm tractors are often passed along from generation to generation, and classic tractor fever catches from one generation to the next, and we have an example of that right here with 3 generations of the Carter family from Baxley, Georgia. Last time we were at Sunshine on the Green, we talked to you, Cleveland. Now you've brought the rest of the family. They were here last time. We just didn't get to talk to them. Yes. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Just great.
You got to be doing great when it's sunshine like this. You got your green tractors. You're running in the parade.
Yes, and we just loving it. And I have 29 of my family members here, and they just lifted me up so much. So it's just great. It makes you feel good.
You only brought 29 of them, huh?
Only about 29 of them.
Is anybody left in Baxley?
Yes, there's some left, but we bought the majority.
That's good. That's good. Yes. The population is more down here than up there.
Yes.
And how many John Deere tractors did the Carter family bring down here?
We brought 13 this time, and we bought one while we was here, so we have 14 we have 14 in the parade tomorrow.
So now you got 14 tractors, 29 people. Do you have some arguments about who gets to drive in the parade?
Well, no, some of the women like to drive, and some of them doesn't care about driving. They just want to look and ride and video. So we have to have somebody to do the video.
All right, well, let's talk to Dion for just a second. Dion, you're Cleveland's son, right?
Yes, sir.
And how did he get you into John Deere tractors?
Well, I mean, it's a confusing story, but at any rate, we wanted him to kind of retire from working so much. And we asked him about, working on his John Deere tractor that I grew up getting a butt whooping on. And he went over, and one day Mom said, the tire bill is due. And I said, well, it can't be that much. Mama named 4 tires. She said, no. I said, he has 1 tractor and only has 4 tires. She said, no, he got 4 tractors. I'm like, 4 tractors? Where did the 4 tractors come from? And anyway, that's, he started with that, and he's been going on. And obviously, he has some really nice pieces, and he really enjoyed, building from ground up, things that he would take in. Other people were like, man, that's a piece of scrap. And he would go through, restore the motor, rebuild the motor himself, the transmission, Mom was there with him. And it's a great joy to see the smile on his face, you know what I mean? So I love it, and I love the tractors. We love the John Deere tractors, and I love the way it makes him feel. So.
And we have another generation that's joined the mix as well. Tyler, what are your thoughts on the John Deere tractor and the family tractor collecting tradition?
Well, he says it's my fault we got started from back in Cairo, 9 years ago, Papa?
No, but it was 2010, wasn't it?
2010?
Yeah.
Okay, well, 2010, he says my fault. I only want to do 1 tractor, but here we are 10, 12 years later with
30 tractors later.
Yeah, well, like Uncle Dion said, 30 tractors later. But hey, we have fun with it, we enjoy it, and we try to catch every tractor show we can go to.
Yeah, did you drive in the parade today?
Yes, sir. The tractor I drove today was a 1954 70 propane with a 3 bottom plow behind it. Yes, sir.
And as you think about the Carter family collection, which John Deere is your favorite?
Of course, Papa's with his 70 all fuel. Of course, I think that's everybody's favorite.
That's the one he worked with all those years.
Yes. That was the only one that I want to restore. But like Uncle Dion said, here we are 30 tractors later, and I'm sure still counting.
Well, let's find out a little bit about the tractor that's just a few feet away from us right here. Cleveland, tell us about the one that's sitting right here.
Well, this one that's sitting right here, this 40, is similar to the one I grew up on. It's not exactly like the one, but we grew up on small tractors because we had a small farm. A 1-row, we always had a 1-row planter, 1-row cultivator, but it was a great step up from the mule that we plowed and that we farmed with. So when we started farming with a tractor, a 1-row tractor, we could get more done in the day, we were more productive, and we had a lot more speed, so it just worked better for us. And we're used to those smaller tractors, we love them. The Dubuque tractor.
Yeah, the Dubuque built John Deere, the John Deere 40 from 1953. Tell us about this cultivator, what it looked like before you put it on and made it look so good.
Oh, well, naturally, it looked like a piece of scrap. Something come out the scrap pile. We have to get them and, sandblast them and try to get the bolts loose, heat them and burn some of them off until we can get it all back together, and then we repaint it to try to get it back to its best look, as new as possible. Yeah. With the look. So that's where we're at. So we enjoy doing it.
So who does the work on all the restorations? Dion, Tyler, do you guys get involved in helping Cleveland out?
Well, whenever he needs some help, but 90% of the time that's where he is. Those are his other wives, my mom said. You know, when I call home and say, Mama, where Daddy at? Oh, he up there with his other wives, and those are his wives. So 90% of the work that he's going to perform himself, and anything that we can assist him with, we always do. Yeah.
Tyler, are you going to keep this family tractor tradition going? You going to keep collecting?
Yes, sir. I plan on it. And when we first got started, I didn't too much care for it. It's always, you know, load up, then go. You didn't have to come back home on Sunday.
Don't forget work on them.
Well, yeah, that too. Working on all this, like every time, Papa, Tyler, come on, let's go work on the tractor. I'm like, Papa, come on, let me borrow for 10 minutes. Then 11 o'clock that night, we still turning the same boat. But now I've learned to enjoy it. So now it's like, and now I'm asking him, Papa, okay, when's the next show? When we're leaving? When we're going? I'm ready. And it's like, you know, I think it's a show in March that I'm hoping we're going to. And I be wanting to try to catch every show as possible now. Be ready to go.
You bring 14 tractors to the Florida Flywheelers. That's a little bit of work.
Yes, sir. It took us all day. We got started that morning. I don't think Papa came home till 11 o'clock that night, loading up tractors. And was back on the road. Was supposed to be back on the road that next day at 7 o'clock, but we didn't leave till 10. But
so
we made it.
You made it. You made it to the big show in Cleveland. Tell us what the feeling for you is like when you're driving that 40 and you're back out on a field like this one is, and that's got to take you back a little bit.
Oh, it does. Most definitely, it takes you back. You think about where you are now versus where you were then. You know, you look now at a field like this, and those big tractors, they just whoop on across here, and it took us several days to plow a field like this. But still, I feel good driving that 40, because that's one of my babies, you know, and that's just where we are.
And you like the sound of that engine.
Oh, most definitely. That we don't mess with nothing but 2-cylinder. The Dubuque. We don't mess with no 4 cylinders. I got one. Well, that's a 2-cylinder, a 435. Doesn't sound like that, but that's the only one. All our tractors we have 2-cylinder. We love the sound of that 2-cylinder.
All right, the Carter family, they brought 14 John Deeres and 29 family members down to the Florida Flywheelers. Sunshine on the green. They're making an impact in the big parade and having a great family tractor tradition continue. Thanks for catching Classic Tractor Fever. If green is your scene, be sure to check out these other classic stories. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to keep those classic tractor stories rolling.